All right, guys, how's it going? That was great. So, had a couple of music. When I Fade Out by the Ambient Light. Don't Wanna Go, the DLX. And Closure by Seth Power. Going good so far, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I'll tell you what. Let's do this. Let's go ahead and give a good round of applause for that first music break there with a nice little hand clap there.
Oh my god, you're such an idiot. I thought you were being serious and you just wanted to do a freaking gag. It's all for a bit. All right. Found a couple of trailers that we wanted to react to. So, if you follow us on Weekly Grind, we did a bonus Weekly Grind where we reacted to some trailers. One of those trailers being this top one, buddy, not the bottom one.
I'm aware. I already have that
Okay.
one.
The original trailer is my
Oh, jeez. But Megan Fox decided she wants to be a hard badass, okay? And hey, women can be too. If you're Charlize Theron or Emily Blunt or... I'm just kidding. No, but we thought that we would take a look at hers because we took a look at Shia LaBeouf's. So, you know, yeah, let's do that. Let me get it queued up. Okay, I am queued up. Ready to go.
Okay.
You ready to go?
I'm at 0.
Okay. All right, let me go. Boop. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, there.
Lost the Osprey extraction.
This is a long screen.
Yeah, the governor's
Okay.
daughter.
We got jungles.
Almost certain to proceed. With militia group in close proximity.
She just doesn't seem like there's any agency in her
At
voice.
Where did they go?
Well, like maybe if it was in like the Colombiana kind of way.
It was kind
Yeah.
of
But you hit me right off the bat, Megan Fox, like Spec Ops, like operator. I'm like, yeah. It's like she's just saying words.
Ah!
He's torn to pieces.
He's torn to pieces, and I'm not lying.
How do you know?
That was bad. That was bad.
Females are the true killers.
I just don't like how you can tell everything's fake. Like, I get it. But like, think about back in the day with Val Kilmer and what's his face. They did a lion thing. They had like a bunch of lions, real lions.
From the director of Silent Hill Revelation. Okay, so it's
Right? It all makes sense.
yeah. This reminds me of like some like horror movie I saw whenever I was like in elementary.
Excitement, explosions, knife, yelling. See, this shot right there is why I'm like, I don't believe it. That was totally a sexy, like, hair flip shot. Why do you have that in an action movie? Well, an action movie where you're trying to make her look like a freaking like hardened war veteran, and she does like this hair flip, like she's on the ground, she's like, might as well like put water in her hair, so like, like, I don't believe her as much as I do Shia LaBeouf. You know what I mean? When Shia LaBeouf does his like badass, like he's like, I got a Glock in my left leg, I got a, you know, that whole fucking speech is just like, get fucked. And she's like, we need extraction. We need extraction. Oh my gosh.
It's a night and day difference.
Right. And I mean, like, like I said, like when she was doing that whole thing where it's like, we need extraction. There's, you know, a militia group on our, you know, very close or whatever. There's like no agency in her voice. I didn't believe that she was in trouble, that she needed extraction. Like something as simple as that.
The problem I have is there's a way you've got to sell it, and it's I don't think the only thing that Megan Fox I think has done that's been like what I believe is partially her bit on New Girl. She was on there for like a season, and then there's one other movie where I was like, okay, like that was good, but like I'm looking at this and I can see something similar to what was the name of it? It was on Netflix. Ben Affleck, Pedro Pascal.
Triple Frontier. Yep.
And like that's kind of the same thing. These guys are like operators.
Yeah.
And you know, it's definitely not one of those things that's like, oh man, it's how you sell the performance. Like I could I could believe that, and even the whole thing with Shia LaBeouf in his new movie, like the tax collector. I believe that. Like that's raw, that's gritty. But I think that also has to do with who's making the movie. David Ayer already has a proven reputation of giving us gritty,
right?
Real, like into
He's the kind of person that makes you want to put your hands in the air. we gotta keep a shitty joke counter.
Slow clap.
Yeah, I got the slow clap. That's all that counts, really.
Yeah.
But then, the other thing that really bugs me is just how fake it looks, because there are even certain shots where, like, the muzzle flash doesn't even look like it's there, so they did all the muzzle flash in post or something. Yeah. I don't know for sure, but that's the way it looks. Like...
Well, I mean, the muzzle flashes are always going to be in post.
No. Because you have a stunt coordinator do a movie like Extraction, and they use freaking blanks.
Right, but more often than not, for liability reasons,
yeah,
they're
true.
more than likely going to do it in post. But that's the thing is that shouldn't be like even that.
You know what? Hold on. Sorry, I just realized I watched a featurette on the Extraction. I used it as an example. I watched a featurette on the Extraction. They were in a country that didn't allow guns, so they had to use airsoft guns. Those guns going off, I believed more than these guns. And they were quite literally rubber guns that they had to even the motion of like the chamber going back on a pistol, they had to CG that, and I still believe that more than this. I'm just saying. Okay, go on.
Yeah. I mean, you've got certain airsoft guns that have like CO2, like actual blowback.
Yeah,
so
it literally had to be rubber guns. Like,
wow.
There couldn't be any kind of moving chambers in it, just because of the country where they filmed it. Just outright banned the use of those type of, so.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, I mean, sure. The moment, and that's where I'm at. The moment the trailer started and she started saying words, I was like, okay.
Wow, sexist much?
No, I'm not. But it's like she doesn't do a good job of selling really any of her performances. Like I never Transformers, the original 3, love them to death. Yeah. Grew up with them, but I went back and even a few years ago went back and rewatched the first one, and I'm like,
yeah. And I mean, like this shot right here. Let me go back a few seconds here. Like, let's see if I can pause it at the right spot. Did I not go back far enough? Oh no, I didn't. Okay, here. Let me go back. She does that. Boom, right there. Look at that. She has a little bit of dirt tuff right above her eye. There's maybe a little dirt here and there, but she looks so make-upped up that it's ridiculous. You know what I mean? Like, if you want to be a an action hero, you can't be afraid of getting dirty. And that even the dirt itself looks like dirt that was put on, not like it got flung onto her because of a grenade or something like that. So
yeah.
But let's get to a lion part. A lion. Get a really if I can get a really good shot of one.
And I also think the moment that they
there's a real lion. Sorry, go on.
That was the movie that was like, oh, it's a rogue lion. I'm like, that's weak. I'm sorry, that's weak.
Oops, I double clicked too much, and so anytime I see a lion, that's a real good one. I missed it. Gotta go back a little bit. There we go. So even anytime we get like a lion in the thing. Now this particular shot is completely CG, and all the tiger does is... I thought I silenced my cell phone.
We're doing it live.
I swear I did. So, but even this shot, all it does is roar. It doesn't do any action. Now, 10 seconds before this shot right here, somebody gets hit by a lion. I almost lions and tigers and bears. Oh my! Okay. But that shot's CG, and that makes sense because you need that to be CG. But they really should have talked to the people from The Lion King to make these lions look a lot more realistic, And I mean, this might be a case of like we're getting an early look at it, and so therefore like the graphics aren't quite done yet. But
So the Halo Infinite did it.
Yeah, but like they not only did they need to sell Megan Fox as a badass, but they need to sell that there are actual lions who are after them. And
No.
neither one of those.
One rogue lion.
Is it really one?
I think so.
Yeah,
They
I
say
guess
in
I
the
wasn't-
trailer. They say in the trailer like there's a lion that's gone rogue, and it's like
Oh.
okay. I don't know if you can go to it, but the fucking part where he's in the hallway, he's got a shotgun, he's like, woo yeah, and then this CG lion just comes and like just fucking bounces the shit on him. I'm like, oh, okay, this is one of those that I'm not going to the theaters to see this. I might
heck
catch it
no.
on streaming, but
Not that we can, but you know.
yeah, no, you know.
So that was a fun one. Now the other trailer, I don't think you've even seen this one, right?
No, I haven't.
All right, let's get that queued up. Boop, boop, beep, bop.
Beep, boop, boop, beep.
Yeah, stupid ad. Gotta wait for the ad to be done. Okay, there we go. Pause and then make it go back to 0. All right, I'm already on the next one.
I
If
am
you
too.
are ready, 1, 2, 3. Oh, unmute it, you fucking idiot.
Who created the sickness?
Oh, that's topical.
It's closing in.
Without the treatment, we'd all be gone.
I love how everything is so generic. It's called The Sickness, The Company, The Treatment.
I can already tell you I'm into this more than Rogue, than that other movie.
Right? To save the future. Oh my god, listen to those guns! That was like pew pew pew! Like, I'll give him this. If this is like a YouTube company that made a movie, then it looks really good. But if this is like, this has to be like one of those like straight to DVD type of companies or whatever, because it looks so bad. But yeah, right off the bat, they're talking about a sickness. Like, they don't give it a name. They don't, like,
Yeah.
I don't know. How hard would it have been, like, to name it after the person who started it? You know what I mean?
So here's the thing. I think the best way that I could label that is to call it Great Value Elysium.
Okay. How is it? How is it
With all the-
Great Value Elysium? Or do you
Well-
mean that it was Discount Elysium?
No, Great Value, like Great Value, the brand from Walmart. Like, it's,
Oh, okay.
it's
Gotcha.
with like the mech suits and like the shit like that. I'm with you. If that was like a YouTube company or like a group of independent creators who are doing this themselves, it's great.
Mhm.
Like, I'm for it. If this is like a
If the
Hollywood-
Corridor Crew did this, I'd be like, fuck yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and it's one of those that I still have the baby hands on. It looked entertaining. Like, it did look generic as hell, but like I'm already way more into it than the Megan Fox trailer.
Okay, so I'm gonna stop it right at that one mech suit, because that one mech suit is ridiculous. Because even some of their like the powers where she's like doing like oh my god, right there.
Yeah.
That is PCP pipe. That is not like metal, and it's so obvious.
I noticed that too.
I just got some white PCP pipe, like stuck it together, painted it black, and like even his like arms and stuff. That also just looks like
It's like someone watched Alien whenever they were trying to make this movie. It was like, I like that.
I like that.
Make
Give
that.
me that.
And they went to Home Depot. And
They
got-
went to
got
their
it built.
they went to their local costume shop and you're like, hey, could you do this for like I don't know, $100? And also just the guy's face, like he's trying to be all like, I'm mad and I'm ready to kick ass, and he's just like, I'm inconvenienced.
Oh man,
Oh,
that's
man.
not that one's honestly not bad.
It's not bad. It definitely does, like I said, it seems at least like like, okay, let's put it this way. It looks low budget, and so therefore, in my opinion, it has a excuse to be bad. Whereas Megan Fox, I mean, she's not the biggest name in movies right now, but still, like, that is supposedly a name that you can put behind and therefore get a good budget.
Yeah.
You know? And I feel like, especially after a movie like Deadpool, somebody complaining or saying that, oh, we didn't have a good enough budget is less and less of an excuse when you can put out Deadpool. And it didn't have the greatest, you know, CG. It didn't have the greatest visual effects overall. But the way they used them and the way they did stuff was just...
You could
so
definitely
much.
tell the lack of creativity from the person who created it. Because you look at something like... now, I honestly think that even Umbrella Academy had a bigger budget. But we've talked about it before. I don't ever...
Right.
What's the butler's name? Can you please remind me?
I don't know. Let's
Give me
say Rochester.
I don't think that's right. But we'll call him
Anybody
Rochester.
in the chat? Anybody in the chat? What's the chimp's name from? Like, I know it's something sophisticated because
Yeah.
obviously, like the dad or whatever, he's very sophisticated. He's got the freaking manacle and everything. So I
Yeah.
know it's something like super sophisticated. So if you can
But, I
remember
mean,
the ape's name, let me know.
But I mean, Deadpool's a good
Oh,
point. Like, that is.
I'm
that is
sorry,
a-
it's PVC pipe, not PCP pipe.
Yeah, that's a good distinction we need to make. You know, we're not trying to take our clothes off and start to beat people up in the streets. No, that's the Deadpool is a good comparison because that's a clear indication of someone who had a really good creative vision, who
Right.
was able to make something with the tools that they had available. So it's one of those things that Hollywood sometimes needs to pay attention to. Hey, it's not just the amount of money you throw at it; it's who makes it.
Exactly.
And that, you know, like I said, for that Kill Mode trailer, it looks low budget, but it also looks fun. Like, that's one I wouldn't mind putting on just to see how it is.
Yeah, definitely. Just for funsies, you know.
Yeah.